Oh, get a boy. You want me to? Shake? Are you serious? Down? Speak.
We welcome you back to the program, and yes, we're going to be talking about one of the newest, perhaps the newest restaurant in Laguna Woods area and Laguna Hills area. Joining us today, David and Jessica Sikora, who are the operators of the new Chick-fil-A, and we welcome both of you to the show. Good to have you with us today. So, tell us a bit about the family now. You know, a lot of us, like me, we work a regular job and do our thing and go home at night. You folks decided to get into this business, but tell us about the family and how you kind of got here.
Well, David and I will have been married 9 years coming up in January, and we are lucky enough to be blessed with 2 little boys. We have a 2.5-year-old named Roman and a 7-month-old named Lucas. And we were looking at where we wanted to settle and kind of raise them, and we love the ocean, and we wanted to be in a community with great schools and good churches, and so Orange County just popped right out off the map for us. So we moved here this summer, partnered with Chick-fil-A so that David could have a job, get out of the corporate ladder kind of that we were climbing, and just be local and stay home and raise our family here.
So you say you came here. Where were you folks before?
Well, I grew up in Georgia. Dave grew up in Texas, and we got married, but we've lived all over the world. We've lived in England, New England, the South, and now we're on the West Coast. So
Sometimes traveling is exciting if you're doing it for pleasure, but sometimes if it's your work, it may not be as pleasurable as it is when you're on vacation sometimes as well. Well, it sounds like a good idea, you know, to get the family involved in something that you can enjoy, as well as the great lifestyle here in Orange County. So, David, you guys are new operators here, but actually Chick-fil-A isn't all that well known here in Southern California. There are a few stores. I think there's one in Irvine is maybe the nearest closest one to you.
Yes.
Tell us about the store and a little bit of the philosophy.
Okay, well, the corporation's been around since 1946, but the West Coast market has been our greatest emphasis for expansion. There's 52 stores now in California. We were the 15th actually in Orange County, so our primary concentration is here in Orange County, expanding northward, looking to add more stores, but each one's independently owned and operated, so corporate comes out, looks at different locations, and then partners with the operators as they did with Jessica and I.
So they're there to help you, but it's your store. It's your responsibility, and I suppose you have a little bit of flexibility on some of the things you do, but I know one of the nice things about dealing with the product you make is it's consistent. So if I'm in Texas or if I'm in Georgia and I walk into Chick-fil-A, it's going to be pretty much the same experience as visiting with you, other than you won't be there, but the product will be pretty much the same.
Yeah, there's definitely an accountability factor when it comes to the quality and consistency. In fact, this year when once a year the operators get together for a big meeting, and one of the points made by one of the most successful operators was to challenge the other operators in the room to say, what are you doing to make sure that my customers, when they visit you, are getting a great experience as they're used to with my restaurant? And so each of us is trying to live up to that expectation, as you mentioned.
And you probably have some tips and suggestions to give each other as well. I imagine that's probably part of the good thing about that, as well as the social interaction and saying, well, we had a problem with this. Oh, yeah, we had that, but here's how we fixed it, you know. So that would be helpful as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Built-in consultants.
We do, yeah. Constant communication. We have Facebook pages that are operator forums specifically outlined just so that we can communicate.
To keep the product consistent, do you buy your supplies from a central location through the corporation, or are you on your own to go out and find the products to put your sandwiches together?
No, there's distribution warehouses that corporate selects ahead of time, but that's probably one of the biggest surprises that people have is the freshness and the premium ingredients that we get. And so the quality of the food that you mentioned earlier is what most people say is exceptional compared to maybe what they were expecting to begin with. And so we have local warehouse. In fact, our local warehouse here is in Fullerton, where we get our products.
That's not that far away.
No.
That's great. So we have, as you know, our community here is 55 plus. A lot of us have those little cards in our wallets that tell everybody that we're over 50 or over 55 or over 60. And sometimes people say, oh, you know, if you're going to go see this film, that's a senior discount. Or if you're going to go here, there's a senior discount. What about seniors that come to visit you folks? Anything special for our folks here?
Yeah, we're pleased to announce starting today that not only are we going to provide free senior coffee for each guest, as every Monday at 9 o'clock, we're going to start a senior bingo. In fact, Jessica's going to kick that off next
Great.
week.
Yeah, I'm
How
going
fun.
to be hosting it. I'm really looking forward
Good.
to having people come in, 9 o'clock. We'll feed you, play bingo.
Great.
Yeah, come see what we're all about.
Good. Sounds like a lot of fun. We used to do bingo here on Channel 6, so it's very popular. I know you'll be very popular.
I hope so.
That's really, really great. You have some other things getting involved in the community, I understand, the surrounding areas as well?
We do. So since we've opened, not only have we tried to balance making sure that we do things good from an operational standpoint, we want to be involved in the community. So we had a staff support day at Saddleback Memorial Hospital where we were able to bring in staff from there. We're going to do a drug walk sponsorship on the 20th of October. And then we do family nights every other Tuesday, the second and fourth Tuesday. So I know that may not speak specifically to Laguna Woods, but just another way that we want to be involved in the entire Laguna Hills community.
Well, as you can imagine, we have lots of grandparents here. And every once in a while, in fact, we're finding ourselves in that situation right now, the kids say, hey, you know, could you watch the kids for a couple of days? So that might be a good opportunity for the grandparents to bond with the grandkids as well.
Absolutely.
And with the free coffee deal going on, that sounds good. So go on over there and check it out. Now, hours of operation, from when to when are you open?
We're open at 6:30. We serve a full breakfast.
Oh, you
every
do?
morning.
Okay. I see. We think of you as the sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, but you have breakfast as well.
We did. In fact, we brought you some breakfast.
Oh, excellent. Well, I think Ken's already gotten into those. Hope he left a few for me.
Yes,
Great.
so 6:30 to 10 o'clock
Okay.
every day, serving breakfast, except Sunday. We're closed
Right, you're open,
Sunday.
sure.
Yeah.
And that's one of the unique things about your company is encouraging people to spend Sunday with their family and church and whatever other activities they want.
Yes.
And I think that speaks well for your founders and their idea of that family is important.
Absolutely.
And it's the kind of restaurant you can bring your family to, it sounds like.
Yes.
And then lunch is from when to when?
Well, we're happy to cook lunch any time of the day. In fact, we have a lot of people that come in at 9 or 9:30, whether they're getting breakfast and lunch at the same time or want an early lunch because they've been up since the first part of the morning.
You might find some people who work those weird shifts. Like I used to work at Disneyland as a janitor in my misspent youth, and you get off work at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you might have people coming in at 9 o'clock and they want dinner.
Yes.
Or whatever, so that's great. And then how late are you open in the evening?
Until 10. So
10 o'clock.
breakfast runs until 10:30, but we're happy to serve the lunch menu anytime.
Great,
of the day.
that's great. Sounds exciting. Now, you kids are a little young to be getting a job yet, but maybe 10 or 12 years from now, a couple of young men might be
That's right.
cutting up those sandwiches as well. Sounds good. Well, we thank you both for coming. Good success with the new operation. You're located right there on El Toro Road. I guess kind of near the Fountain gas station is a landmark that most of our residents know. And
the new
right in that
Ashley
area.
Furniture.
The furniture
Total
store right
Wine.
there as well.
Yeah.
So you can navigate over there, check it out, get over there in the morning, have your breakfast, and then come back in a couple hours and have a chicken sandwich for lunch and check it all out. David and Jessica, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Good success. Great to have you on the program today. Chick-fil-A, one of the newest restaurants here in your community, and again, an exciting story about this couple and jumping off the corporate ladder and opening their own business. Sounds pretty exciting. Thanks again for joining us today. We'll be right back with more as our program continues for you here on Channel 6 TV.
Oh, get a boy. You want me to? Shake? Down? Speak.